What's up everybody, my name is Zach and today I am going to be taking you through a full body strength training circuit workout using only our body weight. Now I recognize that you folks are younger and you may not have done many of these exercises before, but that is a-okay because I am going to be showing you exactly how to perform each exercise. Now you may be wondering why we would do strength training. Well, strength training is really important because it allows us to increase the strength of our muscles and bones, which will allow us to carry out all of our daily activities just a little bit easier while also preventing injuries from occurring. So whether you're playing outside or playing sports with your friends or carrying groceries inside, we want to be able to do those things easier without injuries happening. Additionally, it is recommended that folks your age do activities to strengthen muscles and bones at least 3 times per week. So before we get into our strength training circuit, we are going to be warming up. Now warming up is really important before we do any sort of strength training movements because it will allow us to increase the blood flow to all of those muscle groups that we will be using during our strength training workouts, which allows us to loosen those muscles up and prevent injuries from occurring. So the warm-up that I have chosen for you guys today is a game of freeze tag. So 2 people will be chosen to be it, and they will be going around attempting to tag everybody else. If you do get tagged, you will be moving into a bridge position, which you will maintain until somebody crawls underneath and unfreezes you. So I will show you that movement right now. So this warm-up will take us about 10 minutes to complete, but here guys, what I want to see is that everybody has their heart rate elevated and has a good sweat on before we move into our circuit workout. So each station of the circuit workout will take us about 3 minutes to complete, but here if you can only do the exercises for 1.5 minutes or 2 minutes, that's completely fine guys. We want to be building strength, but we also want to be avoiding injuries, so don't be pushing yourselves too hard. So station 1 is going to be push-ups. Now this is an exercise that is going to be strengthening our chest muscles, as well as our shoulder muscles, muscles at the backs of our arms, and our forearm muscles. Some safety considerations and things to avoid with this exercise is we want to avoid moving too quickly up and down because that can cause us to bump our chins, and we also want to avoid sagging our bellies. So that will be avoided by maintaining that good stability in our midsection here. We want that good alignment, so equal weight should be distributed on both of our hands about shoulder width apart, and then when we move it should be slow down until about our chest touches the ground and then slowly back up. When we do this, we don't want our elbows way out here and we don't want them tucked right in either. We want them in about that middle position guys. So I'll show you that movement right now. Alternatively, if you can't seem to do that one, we can do a modified version from our knees. So it's going to be working those same muscles just a little bit easier. So I'll show you that one. So this is a great movement pattern to have. If we ever fall over, we can catch ourselves and go into that push-up position without having an injury occur. Station 2 is going to be squats. Now this is an exercise that is going to be working those lower body muscles, so those thigh muscles as well as those bum muscles. Some safety considerations and things to avoid with this exercise is we want to avoid rounding our shoulders. We also want to avoid having our knees going way out in front of our toes. Okay, so that stability is going to be coming from that midsection as well as that lower body. We want that good alignment, so shoulders should be over our hips with equal weight distributed on both of our feet with that good knee bend. And then when we move, it should be slow down until about our legs are flat across and then slowly back up. So it should look like we're sitting down and standing up from a chair. So we'll show you that movement right now. So have your hands out here for stability, down, and back up. Alternatively, if you can't seem to keep your shoulders back, we can do a wall sit. So that will allow us to maintain that good alignment just a little bit easier by having our shoulders and our hips connected to the wall. So I'll show you this one. And then we would just be holding this position here. Station 3 is going to be side-to-side jumping. Now, this is an exercise that again is going to be working those lower body muscles, so those thighs and bum muscles, but also our lower leg muscles, so our calf muscles. Some safety considerations and things to avoid with this exercise is we want to make sure we have a good distance away from our friends here, because when we're jumping side to side, we don't want to land on someone else's ankle and cause injuries. We also want to avoid locking our knees, so we want to make sure we have that good knee bend both when we jump and when we land. So that stability is going to be coming from that midsection and lower body. We want that good alignment, so equal weight distributed on both of our legs with that good knee bend. And then when we move, we're going to be going down and jumping as high as we can, landing beside ourselves. So I'll show you that movement. Alternatively, if you're not quite comfortable jumping to the side like that, we can achieve the same benefits from just jumping straight up in the air. So I'll show you that movement. But again, guys, we really want to emphasize the height on this one because that's what's going to be building those leg muscles, especially those calf muscles. Station 4 is going to be sit-ups. So this is an exercise that is going to be strengthening those tummy stabilizer muscles. Some safety considerations and things to avoid with this exercise is we want to make sure that we do it on a soft surface. And we also want to make sure that we don't lead with our heads, okay? So that stability is going to be coming from that midsection. We want that good alignment, so we want to make sure that we have our feet and our bums on the ground throughout the entire exercise. And then when we move, it's going to be slow up, moving from our midsection here until our elbows touch our knees, so we'll have our hands behind our head, and then slowly back down as well. So I will show you that movement right now. Alternatively, if you can't seem to do that one, guys, you can keep your feet or bum on the ground. What we can do is have either myself or a friend standing on the edges of your shoes, which will increase your stability and allow you to get up into that position. Okay? Station 5 is going to be the Superman exercise. So this is one that is going to be strengthening those tummy muscles as well as our back muscles and our bum muscles. Some safety considerations and things to avoid with this exercise is we want to avoid holding our breath. So we don't want to be holding our breath with any exercise, but this is one that I find people tend to do it. So really make sure that we're breathing throughout. We also want to avoid bending our arms and legs, so we want to make sure those are straight throughout. So that stability is going to be coming from that midsection as well as that lower back. We want that good alignment, so a straight line throughout our whole body the entire time we're doing this exercise. And then when we move, we're going to be raising our arms, our chest, and our legs off the ground all at the same time. So I'll show you this movement now. Alternatively, if you can't hold that one for very long, guys, what we can do is a modified version where we raise one arm and the opposite leg off the ground. So I'll show you that one. So it should look like Superman does when he's flying through the air. So station 6 is going to be our interim exercise. Now this is one that is going to be working those tummy stabilizers as well as our shoulders and our arm muscles. Some safety considerations and things to avoid with this exercise is moving too quickly. So we're going to be having those muscles in a stretched position, and if we move too quickly, we can fall over or hurt a muscle. So that stability is going to be coming from that midsection as well as our upper body. We want that good alignment, so equal weight should be distributed on both of our hands when we're in that push-up position as well as on our feet to start. And then when we move, we're going to be walking our hands slowly into that push-up position, holding that for a few seconds, and then walking our feet up to our hands. So I'll show you that movement right now. Alternatively, if you can't seem to keep your legs straight when you're moving them up, we can do a modified version where we just hold that plank position. Okay, so I'll show you that one. So again, guys, that's going to be working those same muscles just a little bit easier. And that is our strength training circuit workout. Let's go have some fun today.